Hi, I'm Hilda and this is my review of the Breville VTT571 4-slice toaster in stainless steel. This has been sent to me by AO.com for review. Great delivery by DPD on my requested day. So, to the Breville toaster. This has been designed to fit Warburton's toasty bread. If I were to list my main requirements for a toaster, it would be something that looks good, is a reasonable price, toasts a slice of bread evenly and doesn't burn my fingers. Surprising how many toasters can't manage these things. This one does the job beautifully. It's an amazingly straightforward design, very easy to use, so much so that it mentions in the booklet that it's suitable for children from 8 years and people with reduced capabilities. These things can be so complicated to use, and I think even my 98-year-old granddad would not struggle with this. To start with, plug it in. The lead is a reasonable length. You won't be able to click the bread down into the toaster if it's not on at the switch, which I think is a great feature to save you thinking it's toasting away when it's not. These things happen first thing in the morning. There are 2 levers, each operating 2 bread slots. You can cook between 1 and 4 slices at once. Place the bread in the slot. Set the dial to the required browning level and then lower the lever to set it toasting. The browning dial sets the levels for all 4 slots, so if anyone likes theirs browner, you'd have to set it off a bit longer for those slices. The top button is a cancel button, so at any time if you want to stop the toasting, press it and the bread will pop up. You can use this to check on it. The second button is a frozen bread function. If toasting from frozen, you can press this button and it will extend the toasting time to allow for defrosting. And the third button is the reheat button to reheat cooled or cold toast. There are 2 crumb trays at the back that slide out for easy cleaning. Overall, it's a nice basic design but handy features to have and easily manageable. The bread slots are a generous size to allow for cooking thicker slices or crumpets. When you press the loading handles down, the slots come together to hold the bread in place, and it's upright and central so that it cooks evenly. The loading handle can then be lifted right up, as so, in order for you to remove the bread. This is particularly handy for crumpets as they would otherwise be hard to remove. I have a couple here to show you. Pop them in, lower them down, and then as you can see, as I raise them up, there's just that little bit of extra height to get them out safely. I've tried a few browning settings to see if you can get a good range, and this works well. It generally takes an average of 2 to 3 minutes to toast nice fresh bread to a nice medium brown. These are some I've prepared earlier. This is fresh Warburton's toasty bread, so a nice full-size large loaf. It fit in the toaster beautifully, and as you can see has produced a perfect, nice even toast. Overall, very happy with the nice simplicity of the product and the design. It meets all my expectations and requirements of a toaster and looks lovely in my kitchen. Negative points? Well, it was larger than I expected, and I think if you've got a really small kitchen, you should check the dimensions and make sure it's going to be a good fit for you. For me, that's not a problem. Thank you to AO.com for sending me the product to review, and thank you Breville for coming up with a great design.